So I caught myself this morning almost falling into the trap of not processing information correctly. And if you want to live a good life and get all the things that you want, you must understand how to process information correctly.
This is Matt Petruso, real estate investor, entrepreneur, business owner, and author. He shares these lessons that brought him from a miserable 9-to-5 to a multi-millionaire lifestyle completely on his terms. If you want to learn how to make more money, build a network of strong brothers and women all around the world, hit the subscribe button for videos like this every week.
But one of the most important things is being able to take information in and process it appropriately. Because if you cannot process information appropriately, you will make incorrect decisions. And I'm making this video specifically because this morning I caught myself almost falling into the trap. If you don't know, there was a social media, influencer. His name's Joe Aesthetics. I think Joe Lindner is his actual name. Unfortunately, I know nothing about what happened, but he passed away. And he was a young guy, obviously very fit, like he was a fitness influencer. And there's a video that's circulating right now because he was on Bradley Martin's podcast, Raw Talk, I think a few weeks ago, talking about how he kind of was forced into taking 4 COVID, vaccines. And obviously a lot of people that are, anti-vaccines, are posting this video as, a sign to say, this guy was healthy, he was fit, and that now this is the causation of why he passed away. And that's an assumption. And why I'm saying this is whether it's true or not, we don't know yet, right? We don't know all the details. And I caught myself even falling into the trap immediately and being like, oh geez, like that's what killed him, right? And I don't know all the details. There's a lot, life is not black and white. And when we start, it's called, adding correlation to create causation. And that is not true, right? Just because something is correlated does not always mean it's the cause of what actually occurred. I'm not saying that it is or it isn't, right? It is because I am just trying to make myself aware and you aware that our brains will try and just take a little bit of information and then correlate it to what we want to be true, right? If we believe something and we get a piece of evidence that justifies what we believe, we will create that correlation to the causation of what actually occurred. But unfortunately, life is not that black and white. This guy obviously was very fit. I'm not saying anything bad about somebody that passed away, but we don't know anything about him. He, from looking at him, it's almost impossible to look like him completely natural, right? So there's a lot of things that we know nothing about why he passed away. And to immediately tie some type of causation to a correlated, incident, it's not that it's not possible that it occurred because of that. It is and this has nothing to do with the vaccines. It has nothing to do with, how he passed away. This has everything to do with how you process the information that you see that might be a snippet of some clip, and understand that your job is to gain and garner all the information that's necessary if you actually want to make a proper decision and actually correlate the causation of what somebody actually, what the actual result was. Because life is not black and white. We want to simplify things a lot of times, and that's what happens is when you simplify something and now you have to justify it to yourself or to anybody else, then you can start to create these narratives without really having all the information. And everything has 2 sides to it, right? There's a lot of nuance to life, and it has nothing to do with what actually occurred, whether you're pro-vax, anti-vax, whatever it may be. That has nothing to do with any of this. It's just to be aware that when you don't take in information correctly, it can make you create narratives that are false, right? So you want to have a proper reality so you can actually get what you want out of life, right? So, like I said, this is just a reminder for myself and for you, hopefully, that when you take information in, we have a tendency to immediately jump to what's the correlation that I want to attach to why this event occurred, and then I can justify, that this thing that I wanted to be true is because of this correlated fact over here. But life is not that easy. There's a lot of details that go into people's lives, and there's a lot of nuance, right? We don't know everything about everything. And when you start to pretend or believe in yourself that you know everything is when you start to have this ego that I have to now protect all of the beliefs that I have justified to myself. And when you start to justify beliefs that are not 100% true, then you're going to constantly be in a battle, because nothing is 100% true. There's no 100% accurate statements. There's no 100% truth in anything, because life is very complicated. And when people like to when people say there's this and that's the only reason why it exists, I immediately am turned off, because that you just showed me your cards. Like, if somebody ever tells me that this is the only reason why this thing occurred, I already know that that person is not really a deep thinker. And if you're not a deep thinker, that means that you will make a rash decision at some point in your life. And I don't want those people around, because that will cause some type of chaos for me. And if you can't think deeply and take in all information and make a objective, but understand your own biases, understand your own subjective opinions, but not believe that it is the only gospel, right? So if you want to actually take time and master the skill of making better decisions, then think deeper, catch yourself when you start taking in information and you immediately start correlating it to a cause that you want to be true, okay? I do it all the time. I have to catch myself. I'm human. We all mess up, and we all can be better. This video is to help you grow and be better, so we can make better decisions, so we can live life on our terms, and we can live and provide and protect and be the best versions of ourselves for everybody that we love. All right? Hopefully this was helpful. Leave a comment, subscribe, helps out a lot. I'm just trying to give this information away for free, and hopefully I can help you in whatever area you might need help in. So, yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Peace. Talk to you soon.